The Champaign Public Library provides a broad range of printed and digital popular materials that support the recreational, educational, and cultural needs of our community. Here today with some book recommendations and to tell us about some of the upcoming library events is Salam Kabil. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me again.
Well, I see you've brought some books for us, so let's first talk about your book recommendations. What did you bring?
Yes, I thought with the new year it might be fun to bring books about new beginnings. So I'll start with the first one here. This one is How Does That Make You Feel, Magda Eklund by Anna Montague. And in this book, our main protagonist is Magda, who is a psychiatrist, and she's celebrating a milestone birthday. She's turning 70. And, you know, she's kind of struggling with turning 70 and just thinking about getting older. And her friend Sarah is helping her by, you know, taking over the planning of her birthday, and she's going to plan her a birthday dinner. But then Sarah passes away. And so now Magda is dealing with the grief of that. And she's going through Sarah's journal one day, and she finds plans that Sarah had made for a road trip with her and Magda. So Magda decides she's going to take that road trip. So with Sarah beside her, Sarah's urn beside her, she takes this statewide road trip, and she kind of discovers, you know, it's never too late to find yourself and also try something new.
I like that, and I think that you're right. It's very appropriate for the beginning of the year because it incorporates journaling, it incorporates real-life subjects that you have to deal with, and then the inspiration to go on something like a trip of a lifetime, even though it's sort of in honor and memory. That sounds like a really nice book.
It was a very sweet read.
And then what's this one?
Yeah, the next one is, I have it on here, The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern by Linda Cohen Loigman. And in this book, our protagonist, Augusta, is also celebrating a milestone birthday. She's turning 80. And so she basically is forced to retire, even though she doesn't want to. She was working as a pharmacist. So she retires from her job, and then she decides to move to Florida. And when she gets there, she's settling in, and all of a sudden, she hears her name, and she basically finds out a past love is also at this retirement community. And so this story flits back and forth between the 1920s, where Augusta is a young woman interested in pharmacy, about to go to pharmacy college, and then the late 80s, where she reconnects with Irving. So it's kind of going back in time and seeing how their love story came about, and then in present day, what, you know, the future could hold for both of them. So definitely merging the past and then hopefully moving into the future together.
I like that, moving into, and speaking of the future, this book is actually on a Kindle.
It is.
Can you talk a little bit about how that works, how you can get Libby books on Kindles?
Customers can get books on their Kindle. This is a Kindle Paperwhite, but also Kindle Fire, or on their tablet. We have an app called Libby, which is a library app that lets you get access to audiobooks, ebooks. We also have different apps that allow you to have music, movies. Libby is one of them, and like I said, it's a great resource. If you already have an existing device, you can just transfer that book right to your Kindle or your device.
That's so convenient. I love that. And then what about this one?
Yes, the third one there is Blue Light Hours by Bruna Dantas Lobato. And this story is told from two perspectives, a mother and daughter. And so the daughter has just left home. So home was in Brazil with her mom, and now she moved to Vermont. So across the world, she's starting college. And it's called Blue Light Hours because every night they talk via Skype on the computer. So it's her way to, you know, still touch base with her mom, but she's also on a new journey starting college. And while she's excited about that, she still worries about mom. And so it's them trying to maintain this connection, even though they're worlds apart, and how the new beginnings can sometimes be a little bit overshadowed by the worry of a loved one. And so hopefully her being able to finish her studies, she looks forward to a time where she can reconnect with her mom. So it's just their relationship together, and it's very beautiful.
And again, new beginnings is perfect for the new year. So that sounds like another wonderful read.
Definitely.
And then besides books, I know Champaign Library offers a plethora of things like in your makerspace, but also have a bunch of events coming up. Can you talk a little bit about some of the events?
Yeah, the first one I'll highlight is our Table Talk Book Club, which is our book club at the Douglas branch. They're going to meet on Tuesday, January 14th at 6:30 p.m. And this month they're going to be discussing the book, The Three Mothers. And that's basically how the mothers of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and James Baldwin shaped a nation. And I should mention the next couple of meetings are going to be at the main library because they have some construction going on at Douglas while they get their makerspace. So the next few meetings for Table Talk will be at the main branch.
Okay, perfect. That's a good thing to note.
Yes.
And then there's also a homeschool fair coming up, right?
Yes, on Saturday the 25th, January 25th at 10 a.m. If you're thinking about homeschooling, this is a great event to get information. We're going to have other organizations including Parkland College, Cranard Art Museum, and Champaign Park District. They're helping us out, so it's definitely a great event to get information.
And then there's also a financial class, and there's also some classes offered. So can you talk a little bit about the classes?
Yes. On Tuesday, January 28th, we're going to have Financial Fitness for Your Business at 6 o'clock. We're going to be joined by Joe Alvarado. He is from Profit Bee Navigators. And this workshop is all about helping you increase revenue, reduce expenses, and basically maximizing financial potential for your business. So it's going to be very helpful to business owners.
Thank you so much for bringing these books and for all of that information. It sounds like the library does a ton of great events. I've personally been to the Makerspace. I really like all of that. Can you talk for just a second about the Cricut machines and the 3D printing machines and some of that stuff that's in that Makerspace?
Yes, absolutely. Our studio space is just coming up. We just celebrated a year of it being open, a year and some change. It's a great space for creativity. We have Cricut machines that allow you to design custom T-shirts, tote bags, sweaters. You can design your own mug. There's also our Glowforge woodcutters. The possibilities on there are endless. There's so much you can create. And so we've really enjoyed seeing the community come in and get excited about all they can make down there. And staff are always available to help.
Well, thank you again so much for being here. And if you want more information about any of these events, you can visit us on the web after the show at ciliving.tv.